The same day repeated for 1,000 years. Wu Chen said to himself, a rich person is trying to pursue Zhou Yi. This situation will not be as easy as it appears on the surface. Wu Chen said, just as I expected, Lin Zong is being controlled by Xiang Jia unknowingly. It looks like they are not good people either. I have to go to Shanghai tomorrow. The next day, Zhuang Xiaodi, company staff dormitories, Wu Chen said, hey, are you finished packing, my woman? Do you want to go see Lin Zong together? Xiaoyi said, boss, last night I had no other choice. In Wenzhou, I was willing to use my most precious item to trade with you. But, if I had done it that day, I would not have had troubles today. I just wanted to act well, earn some money, and live a simpler life. Why is it so hard? As she held her shirt up, she cried, removed her shirt, and said, boss, how about you own me? Let me be your woman. Wu Chen said, little Yi, do you need to be my woman in order to continue being with Lin Zong or the third young lady's little brother? Would they stop you from acting? Xiaoyi said, but you are 10 times more handsome than them, and I... She looked down and said, the first time I saw you, I admired you a lot. Later on, I saw you again in Peng Chao's major event on the internet, and I respected you even more. That is why, if it is you, I will be willing. Wu Chen said, admiration should remain as admiration. What is most important is that when you look at me, there is not any attraction to it. Xiaoyi took off her shorts and said, I have the talent to act. But if I work 5 or 10 times harder, the movie industry will acknowledge my place in it. Boss, do you understand what I mean? I am saying that once you are able to eat and work without problems, then you can talk about things you like. Wu Chen said, so, if you were with me, what would your job expectations be? Xiaoyi said, if I am setting small goals for myself, I want to surpass Tao Menying. Wu Chen said, so surpassing Tao Menying is such a small goal, and he said to himself, imagining Ruo Bing and Miss Wrong as silhouettes behind her, it looks like I am really weak against strong, beautiful females. Wu Chen picked up the shirt on the floor. He said to himself, but right now I cannot give her a new identity. If she relies on me and ruins the new movie, we will lose more than we gain. As he handed it back to Xiaoyi, he said, little Yi, if you really want to work hard for your dreams, then once the results of the new movie are out, I will do as you wish. Xiaoyi stopped crying and said in excitement, really? Wu Chen covered her with her shirt and said, does it sound like I am joking? All right, wear your clothes. I will go see Lin Zong. Xiaoyi grabbed Wu Chen's arm and pressed it against her soft, large chest and said, hold on, boss. In front of people, I have to pretend to be your woman. The act has to be a little more convincing, Wu Chen said to himself. Her mind is active and lively. I cannot even resist. As Wu Chen made a move and smelled her neck. A few moments later, Wu Chen and Xiaoyi came outside. Lin Zong was shocked and said, Miss Zhou is really Mr. Wu's woman? Guru Weibo was also shocked and said to himself, sweating, holy sugar, I almost sold off his new wife yesterday. Phew, false alarm. Wu Chen sat down with Xiaoyi Zhou and said, come here, Xiaodi. As Xiaodi sat down beside Wu Chen, he said, Lin Zong, I will say this bluntly, my company is for these two women. The so-called filming is just to keep them happy. You cannot even search these things. Do not tell me your Xiang family cannot search it up, Xiaoyi Zhou said. What Xiang family? Mr. Wu, what are you saying? Wu Chen said, you do not need to act like you are confused. Whatever you want to do, it is over. Please leave, Lin Zong. I will not send you off. As Lin Zong walked away and looked back at Wu Chen, a few moments later, Xiaoyi Zhou, Xiaodi, and Guru Weibo were shocked, saying, Mr. Wu, how could it be the Xiang family? What happened? Wu Chen said, Lin Zong is just a pawn controlled by the Xiang family. The Xiang family used to have people who had deals with them, Shuangqi Real Estate's Qi family brothers. Xiaodi said, Qi family brothers. Mr. Wu, is the Xiang family here to take revenge? Wu Chen said, on the surface, the Qi family's main backer is their late leader, but the one pulling the strings is actually the Shang family. But Shuangqi only operates in Shanghai. The shares are too small for it to be worth doing anything there. If the Shang family wants to steal little Yi, it is because we rushed into the movie sector and moved their greatest piece. Actually, the backer of Hezhong Media's assets is also the Xiang family. All the hottest web shows are sponsored by the Xiang family. If the Lu family's biggest resources are political ones, then the Xiang family's greatest assets are in the film and television industries. Tao Menying usually does advertisements and releases a movie every few years. Brother Lei is a theater fan, so he poses no threat to the Shang family. But if Tao Menying starts making more movies with Zhou Yi, it could cause problems for Anjia, and dealing with the mass media and the Shang family will be much more challenging. Xiaodi said, a rich person is trying to grab little Yi. They want to make our movies hard to produce. Xiao Yizhou said, at first it was members of the Lu family causing trouble, and now it is the Xiang family. Wu Chen said, that is not even close. Prepare for tomorrow's crisis. A day later, Peng Wei said, look at these popular searches. Out of the top 10, 7 of them are ours. The talented child Tong Yangyang eats people without spitting out bones. Zhou Yi, an invincible woman. Scary lewd witches in Shanghai. Mr. Wu, we cannot push it down. Xiaodi said, they are disgusting. They want to show less face to those in the Qi family. Wu Chen said, little Yi, are you afraid? Xiao Yizhou said, I am not. Wu Chen said, if you are not afraid, that is good. The waves are getting bigger. Reversing the backlash will be an uphill battle. The internet has a lot to say about your brother's matters today. Can third young lady help me clarify the situation later tonight? Third young lady Chinger said, the things you have promised are not even done, yet you still have the face to speak to me. Wu Chen said, who said they are not done? The third young lady's photos will be completely destroyed today, and the Dong family will be guaranteed to pull out. Third young lady just has to follow me and let the Wu family establish itself, and then the Lu family taking 30% of the profit will be easy. Third young lady Chinger said, Mr. Wu is very impressive. If it really is like this, I will clarify everything. Wu Chen said, Peng Wei, I will send the information to you later. Do it well. Today, we only have 7 hot searches out of 10. Tomorrow, we should have all 10 of them. Peng Wei said, sure. Later on, watch me perform. The next day, a man in the crowd said, darn it. Yesterday's hottest searches were completely reversed. Look at this. He is denying the rumors. He and Zhou Yi are not childhood friends at all. In the cinema, a boy said to his friend, hey, did you hear the latest gossip from the past 2 days? His friend replied, I am not into gossip, but I am interested in the short films by the guy in those rumors. The films are really interesting. Have you watched them yet? If not, go check them out now. Meanwhile, Peng Wei said, Mr. Wu, your hard work paid off. Today's top 10 hottest searches are completely filled with our topics. Wu Chen gave him a thumbs up. Guru Weibo showed his Chinese tablet and said, everyone, look, the views for our short film across all internet platforms are skyrocketing. Xiaodi covered her face in shock and said, it has only been a few hours, and the views have increased by 500 to 600 million. Wu Chen said, I told you yesterday. The aftermath of refuting those rumors would be huge. A small estimate after 2 days. The number of views would reach 3 billion. Little Yi, this is only the start. Little Yi said, boss, I will work even harder on the new film. Wu Chen said to Xiaodi, the Shang family has tried to attack us twice, with disappointing results each time. They say accidents never happen 3 times, so they likely will not attempt a third attack on us anytime soon. Xiaodi, do not worry too much. Whenever something goes wrong, you still have me, right? She said, Wu Chen said, you all better prepare over the next 2 days. Once Tao Menying is here, we will officially start filming for the new film. I have some things to do, so I will take my leave first. When a few moments later, at Wu Chen's car, he said into the phone, hey, Zhaozi, I really cannot take any time off. Why do you not come to Shanghai tonight? Zhaozi said, I really like the time Mr. Wu picked. See you later. Wu Chen said to himself, Dong Chonggong happened to arrive in Shanghai earlier today. Meeting him at night is the only chance, since the Dong family is crucial for He Shiqin's success. I must avoid making them my enemies at all costs. And a few moments later, Dong Chonggang said, huh? You were the one who called in the late afternoon. Then why are you alone here? Aren't you supposed to bring Zhaozi? Wu Chen said, do not rush, she is on her way. But Mr. Dong, Zhaozi already likes someone else. I think you should not pursue her anymore. Dong Chonggong said, who the sugar are you? Do you need to care about what I do? Wu Chen said, even though it is not easy to say. The person she likes is me. Do you think I can just leave this aside? Dong Chonggong said, lunatic. He looked back and said, Zhaozi. Zhaozi responded, eh? Mr. Dong. Wu Chen said, Mr. Dong, first of all, I am not here to cause trouble. Second, I do not intend to show you any ill will. Zhaozi added, Mr. Dong, let us not get angry. If there is an issue, we can sit down and talk it out. Dong Chonggong said, then what the heck do you mean? Wu Chen replied, Zhaozi undoubtedly likes me, but we are not in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I see her as my best friend, like a sister. She has been very conflicted lately. Since Mr. Dong has been investing a lot in her, it has been hard for her to outright reject you. He gently helped Zhaozi to sit down. Dong Chonggong sweated silently. Wu Chen said, Mr. Dong is also a person with a family. You would not divorce just because of Zhaozi. From what I see, Mr. Dong is not looking for true love, but rather seeking something exotic, am I right? Zhaozi looks decent and simply satisfies what Mr. Dong is looking for in females. Beyond that, she is not particularly special. There are many women who resemble Sister Yinghua, like Kawashima Rinka or Uchida Ari, who are much easier pursuits than Zhaozi. Dong Chonggong's hands trembled as he said, You. While he struggled to speak, Zhaozi silently poured him a glass of wine. Wu Chen said, Mr. Dong, we are all adults. You do not need to be so embarrassed. Dong Chonggong stood up and said, I will not pester Zhaozi anymore if that is what you want. What needs to be said has already been said. Goodbye. Wu Chen said, Hold on, Mr. Dong, I still have some business to talk about with you. Dong Chonggong said, Huh? Wu Chen continued, The short film my company created recently has been trending, and there are a few films with Tao Mening's collaboration that are about to start filming. Mr. Dong, do you want to join us and have some fun? Dong Chonggong said, There are still these kinds of good things happening? What the heck are you playing at? Wu Chen said, I just want to be friends with Mr. Dong. Dong Chonggong replied, Even though you offended me earlier with Zhaozi's situation, you do not need to give me money to be friends. Wu Chen said, What kind of friend would I be if I could not help another friend? Mr. Dong, information about your family's Middle East project has been hacked. If the details get out, the 4 major families will quickly kick the Dong family out, and the losses will be astronomical. Dong Chonggong said, If something happens to me, why would someone like you, who does not even know me, come to offer money? This does not make sense. If something is going to go wrong, then it is bound to go wrong. Wu Chen said, Then a wise man would not share secrets. The news of Mr. Dong's hacking incident is already spreading within the hacker circles. This is a computer confidentiality program that I designed. Mr. Dong can try it out. I guarantee you will not be hacked a second time in this life. Dong Chonggong asked, You want to use my situation to advertise your program? Wu Chen answered, After what happened, you would be cautious in selecting a new program, ensuring it has extremely high confidentiality. The market and industry will react swiftly upon hearing the news, and my program would naturally sell at a good price. Dong Chonggong said, So what you are saying is, you want to use the money from the short film to advertise your program? Wu Chen said, You can interpret it like that, but I am more inclined to say that I am making friends with Mr. Dong. Dong Chonggong said, You are beating around the bush, but I do not hate it. Since there is such a good offer that I cannot refuse, then I, Dong Chonggong, will be your friend. They toasted. When 3 hours later, after sending off Dong Chonggong, Zhaozi gently took off her kimono, revealing her delicate shoulders to Wu Chen. She said, Getting rid of someone's information and speaking so nicely while stabbing him in the back, Mr. Wu, you are one bad guy. Wu Chen said, Zhaozi, can you give me Dong Chonggong's information now? Zhaozi replied, But you said I could do whatever I wanted during that time. Wu Chen said, I helped you resolve an annoying situation, and he will still come to your store to pay the fee. I believe we should consider 2 matters settled. Zhaozi came closer and said, Going back on your word, Mr. Wu, that is not good. Wu Chen said, I just think that if you were with Rongji, being just friends would be more suitable. As he leaned in and smelled Zhaozi's neck, she asked, Aren't you afraid that I will go back on my word and not give Mr. Dong's information to you? Wu Chen suddenly revealed a flash drive and said, You will not, Zhaozi, because I already have the information. It is in your underwear, and you know that even if I do not take it off, it is not difficult at all for me to get it. Zhaozi said, So, Mr. Wu, you are someone who makes it impossible to resist you. You are a naughty, naughty man. Wu Chen suddenly stood up and walked away. I am leaving now. The room was booked under your name. Rest well, I will look for you later. A few moments later, outside, Wu Chen's phone rang. Tang Xinbao said, Master, you finally picked up. Second uncle has not heard from you for an entire day, and he is pretty angry. Wu Chen replied, Great, I have something to discuss with him in person. I will come over now. And half an hour later, Wu Chen said, I came in a rush. I did not have time to prepare any gifts, so I brought everyone some supper instead. Tang Jingbin said, Little Wu, you do not need to be so polite. I have heard you are getting closer to the Lu family's people. What is going on? Do not tell me you forgot that the Li and Tang families are starting a war against the Lu family, right? Wu Chen replied, I have not forgotten the family's affairs. A month ago, my company ran into some trouble with the Lu family in Wenzhou. Gradually, I started working with the third lady. Tang Jingbin asked, "So, is the war for nothing then?" Wu Chen responded, "No. The fight between the two young ladies of the Lu family was more intense than I anticipated. The more I work with the third lady, the more I gain, and the more apparent the power struggle between them becomes." Tang Jingbin said, "The war in Beijing that year against the Lu family was completely impenetrable. It was basically unanimous that going against them would be like reaching for the heavens." 20 years ago, during the migration, victory went to the Tang family. Wu Chen said, "Actually, the Lu family's troubles do not end there. Take the Middle East project. The Lu family wants 30% of the profits. But do you think the Ding family would so easily give up something so profitable? I doubt it. From what I see, the Ding family will undoubtedly wedge themselves into the fight between the two Laoyu ladies, causing internal strife. That is why the resources required by the Li and Tang families will be much less. Ideally, the Lu family should leave everything to the third lady, which would force her to collaborate with us. That way we get access to Lu family resources without fully committing to them." Tang Jingbin nodded and said, "If the Lu family ends up doing what little Wu just described, that would be ideal. Go ahead, little Wu. If you need the Tang family's help, just let us know." Wu Chen said, "Then I will not be polite, Mr. Tang. I need a construction company that excels in large-scale operations, capable of building bridges, harbors, and tunnels." Tang Jingbin said, "No problem. I will handle it." They clinked their cans of Pocari Sweat together. The next day, at Li Ruobing's villa, he Shiking yawned and said, "Ha." As she walked into the kitchen, she said, "Hey, Mr. Wu, when did you arrive? Do you need me to call Miss Li?" Wu Chen said, "No need. Let her sleep in a little longer. She is tired after being chased by greedy bastards for the past 2 days." As he spread strawberry jam onto some bread, he continued, "You have not been affected by Ding Rulong's presence in Donghai over the past few days, have you?" He Shiking said, "Not at all. We did not go out, and Xing played games day and night. She was so happy." Wu Chen smiled and said, "That is good, that is good. Here, go ahead and eat some breakfast." He handed her the bread. He Shiking was stunned and thought to herself, "In my entire life, this is the first time a man has made me breakfast. This feeling, it makes me feel so warm." Suddenly, she hugged Wu Chen, pressing her large, soft chest against him, and kissed his cheek uncontrollably. "Thank you, Mr. Wu." Li Ruobing suddenly said, "Ahem, my dear seems to be obedient this time." She was referring to Wu Chen returning earlier than expected. Wu Chen replied, "Ruobing, it was part of our agreement." He Shiking blushed as she held the plate of breakfast. A few moments later, on the balcony, Li Ruobing said, "Ding Ruilong is finally gone, and everything is back to normal." As they ate their sandwiches, she continued, "Oh, right, we should visit Qingying." Wu Chen nodded, "We really are connected." I was thinking the same. Suddenly, Su Qingying appeared and said, "Dear, you are finally back." Wu Chen asked, "Eh? Has Qingying been living here this whole time?" Li Ruobing said, "You are not even going to ask why." Su Qingying said, "I have felt like my husband and I were worlds apart. Every night without him has been unbearable. Wearing his clothes, smelling his scent. That is all that kept me calm." Wu Chen rushed over and embraced her, saying, "Qingying, you little fool." Su Qingying cried and said, "I missed you, dear. From now on, do not leave us for so long, okay?" Wu Chen said gently, "Of course, I will not." Just then, Mu Qianqian appeared and said, So the jerk finally knows how to come back. Did you know that Qingjing missed you so much she lost 5 to 6 kilograms?" Wu Chen said, "I have not seen you for a year, and Qianqian has grown up." Mu Qianqian huffed. Qingjing missed you to the point of exhaustion. Her workload is huge, and she is always too busy. Of course I had to help her." Wu Chen raised his phone and said, "Speaking of work, it is good that everyone is here. Let me show you the new plan I made. This is a proposal to collaborate with Qingying and the Wu family to create special jewelry for the royal families of each nation." At the villa, Li Ruobing said, "So personally helping that crazy Wu Yurong get more money is not enough? Now you want to drag Qingying into this too?" Wu Chen responded, "My love, Qingying and Jinfu Corporation can both help us open up international markets." Su Qingying asked, "If I do this, will it make it easier to see you, dear?" Wu Chen said, "It should be a lot easier." Su Qingying smiled and said, "All right then, I agree." Li Ruobing said, "Qingying, you." At that moment, Wu Chen gently wrapped his arms around Li Ruobing from behind and whispered, "My love, all these arrangements are mainly to prepare for the eventual collapse of the Ding family, not to make you angry." Li Ruobing replied, "If you cannot get them to change the subject, By doing this, are you not just forcibly increasing little Zhao's workload? She only just began learning from Qingying. Mu Qianqian interjected, do not worry, Sister Ruobing. After this, we can meet more often as a family. I think that is fine too. Li Ruobing thought to herself, we became a family. Wu Chen asked, my love, what are you thinking about? Li Ruobing whispered internally, family members. Later, on the phone, Wu Chen said, hello, third lady. What do you want me to do again? Third young lady Chinger replied, I need to discuss something with you. You will need to come back to Beijing. Wu Chen thought to himself, as long as the situation is not completely ruined, I will let it worsen for a few days. One reason is to spend time with my family. The other is that intervening when things are worse will make my role more effective. The next day, at the third lady's mansion, third young lady Chinger said, so, you finally show up after being a week late? If it were 2 more days, we would not be seeing each other again. Wu Chen took out his Chinese-made lighter and said, this is the perfect timing I mentioned before, third lady. Let us take our time to talk. Third young lady Chinger said, my husband's position in the Middle Eastern project is secure now. However, my brother and sister-in-law's constant complaints have nearly halted the entire operation. Basically, you need to go to Austria. Wu Chen said, if you suddenly hand over the Liu family's business to an outsider, are you not worried that people will gossip? Third young lady Chinger put out her cigarette and said, listen to me first. Although my brother's health is not good, he is the eldest in the family. Outsiders do not care much, so he usually ignores overseas projects that my husband manages. But recently, his illness has worsened, and coincidentally, something went wrong with the project in Austria under my husband's charge. Just because the second brother wanted to gain power, he ended up collaborating with outsiders so desperately that he embarrassed himself. Wu Chen said, this should still be able to address second brother's frustration with the Middle East project. If you are calling me personally, then keep in mind that both the Li and Wu families are backing me. Once he realizes that, he will know he is not the only one with external support, correct? Third young lady Chinger stared at him in silence. Wu Chen said, I have no issue handling this, but third lady, should you not at least hear my conditions this time? Third young lady Chinger said, go ahead. Let us see how much more you are planning to ask for. Wu Chen said, I want you. Third young lady Chinger's face turned red as she shouted, how rude! Wu Chen calmly said, I mean, since fate has brought us together several times already, is it not exhausting to keep dancing around the topic? Why not establish a long-term strategic partnership to simplify future matters? As for anything else, as I have said before, I do not take advantage of others' misfortunes, but as you mentioned, third lady, I am not lacking in confidence either. Third young lady Chinger replied, let me tell you what we need first. The Lassi port and bridge projects have both been halted due to complex issues. We need to come up with a plan to recover and complete them on time. This is going to be far more difficult than cleaning up those photos, and this time, it is outside the country. Do you think you can handle it? Wu Chen asked. Do you have the details? Third young lady Chinger said, the local state leaders have spent so much money that they do not care anymore. The project is now in the hands of a tribe looking to stir up trouble. At the moment, the small roads used to transport equipment from the harbor to the worksite are destroyed, and most of the engineers have returned to their home countries. Wu Chen said, all right, I understand. The Dong family's departure formalities are nearly complete, correct? Third lady, wait for me and guide the Wu family into the Middle Eastern project. Third young lady Chinger asked, huh? What do you mean, wait for you? Wu Chen laughed and said, ha ha ha, your reaction is quite interesting. As third young lady Chinger thought of Wu Chen and herself lying together. In bed, she muttered, this Wu Chen, darn rascal outside on the phone. Wu Chen said, Tai, what is going on now? Li Ruotai said, hiding outside is way too boring. Let us not talk about that. Brother-in-law, you wanted to see me for something? Wu Chen said, call old Dao and his subordinates. Bring the best people and follow me. We're taking a trip to Austria. Li Ruotai said, brother-in-law, now this is fun. Woohoo. The next day, in Lassi, Austria, Li Ruotai, gazing into the distance, asked, brother-in-law, why did you bring us and a bunch of people to this place? Wu Chen said, you'll find out soon. Let's go inside and talk first. A few moments later, Wu Chen knocked on a door. Wu Chen said, hello, I am Wu Chen, the new project manager. Have all the mainland workers returned home? Leah said, nice to meet you, Mr. Wu. I'm Leah. Once the Chinese engineers went back to their home country, the workers didn't do anything and just went home. Wu Chen said, since you're not busy at the moment, be my temporary assistant. The new engineers will start arriving in 3 days. Let your co-workers know to return to work by then. Leah said, really? All right, I'll let them know. Wu Chen added, Next, I need to find those tribes that have been causing trouble. Can you be my translator? Leah said. You really shouldn't provoke them, you know. Lee Ruotai said, with my brother-in-law and me here, what is there to fear? It's not just one tribe. We can handle 10 tribes, right? Leah replied, And then 2 hours later, Lee Ruotai whispered to Wu Chen, These people are armed with AKs, and you're still calling them tribes? The tribal chief said, You want to repair the small roads for the bridge project? Absolutely not. Those roads cut through the paths we use to fetch water for our 10 tribes. It takes us 10 hours round trip just to get water. How are we supposed to manage our daily lives? Lee Ruotai muttered. There are so many concubines around him. This is going to be a lot. Wu Chen said, Tai, stay calm. Then he turned to the chief. So your biggest problem is access to water? Let our engineers pick a site and build a well for your tribe. For Chinese engineers, this kind of issue is easy to handle. The chief replied, Previously, I told the engineers to find someone who respected our culture and was truly qualified. They couldn't find anyone. Wu Chen asked, What do you mean by respecting your culture and being qualified? The chief explained, The land I rule over has been blessed by the spirits. Anyone who wants to work on this land must be chosen by the spirits. According to our traditions, only someone who has killed a lion with their bare hands is considered blessed. Lee Ruotai whispered, An engineer killing a lion with their bare hands. Even if we search the entire globe, that would still be impossible. Old Dao, removing his sunglasses, whispered, I don't know if I can do it. Even if I could get rid of a lion, I still don't know how to build wells. Wu Chen said, Don't worry. This is just an excuse to stop us from working on the project. I'll handle it. Wu Chen removed his coat and stepped forward. Wu Chen said, Elder Chief, I want to take on this trial. Please arrange it, the sooner the better. The elder chief said, Youngster seeking death, I will grant you your wish. Wu Chen said, Elder Chief, once I pass the trial, we can skip the next step. I'll immediately assign a team to find a site for the well. So, can you remove the barricades on the small roads? The elder chief responded, Tradition must be followed. You now have the qualifications to lead, but that also means you must carry the responsibilities. You must make a choice. Wu Chen, pointing randomly, said, Then I'll just pick one at random. I choose her. The beautiful woman he pointed at was shocked. The elder chief went silent, turned away, and began discussing with several elders. Wu Chen asked, What are they discussing? Is this some sort of forbidden ritual? Leah said, No, Mr. Wu. The person you just picked is the elder chief's daughter. Wu Chen, stunned, said, Huh? Old Dao and Lee Ruotai, both wide-eyed, quickly covered their faces. As Wu Chen imagined himself lying in bed with the elder chief's beautiful daughter whispering brave challenger, the fantasy spiraled further. In the dream, a boy walked up to Li Rubing and said, Hi, Auntie. A little girl added, Hi, Uncle Atai. Li Ruotai, sweating, scratched his head and turned to Wu Chen. Brother-in-law, whatever you did, I have no words, the elder chief said. Choosing my daughter complicates things slightly. You still need to uphold our family's traditions. Wu Chen asked, What else must I do? The elder chief explained, Our family bears the name Elder Chief because in ancient times, our shooting skills far surpassed others, allowing us to bring vast amounts of food to our tribe. That art has been passed down for thousands of years. So, if you wish to join our family, you must shoot 5 flying birds at the same time. Wu Chen said, Understood. I don't want to waste any more time. I won't go out hunting. Instead, I'll purchase around 10 flying pigeons and demonstrate the required skill. Will that be acceptable? Elder Chief said, If you have that strength, then it is fine. 1 hour later, Li Ruotai said, Brother-in-law, get ready. Wu Chen raised a gun and began firing at the flying targets. He spun the pistol skillfully between shots. Wu Chen said, This is the first method? A few moments later, Wu Chen switched to a bow and arrows. Wu Chen said, This is the second method. Then, a few moments later, Wu Chen picked up a stone from the ground. Wu Chen said, And this is the third method. He flicked a stone. Birds began dropping from the sky like flies. Turning to the elder chief, Wu Chen asked, Is this enough? Do you still need more methods to prove my strength? Elder chief replied, No need. This is enough. Wu Chen turned to his people. Gather a few experienced colleagues and bring the necessary equipment. Tomorrow, we begin building the wells together. The next day, the tribe members shouted with joy, Water came out. Water came out. From now on, we can get water right near our houses. Li Ruotai said, Brother-in-law, where did you learn all these skills? Leah said, Mr. Wu, just now, officials from the city government arrived with official documentation. They informed us that they do not support continuing the project. Apparently, some segments still do not meet the required standards. Wu Chen said, "Come on, Tai. Let us go meet the leader of Lassi. It is your time to shine." Li Ruotai, confused, asked, "Me? Brother-in-law, what am I supposed to do?" Wu Chen said, "You will know soon enough." Wu Chen said, "Lao Dao, bring people to guard the wells. Do not let anyone damage them." He walked into the leader's office. Wu Chen said, "Greetings, leader. I am the new person in charge of the Lassi Bridge contract. Here are the materials we owed." The leader, looking away, said, "If you want to hand over materials, go to the administration hall. Why are you here?" Wu Chen said, "Initially, the higher-ups were indifferent. But since I took over, there has been resistance. I could not understand why. Until I discovered records of 2 transactions. Money transferred to you from the Liu family's second young master and the Ding family. Now everything makes sense." The leader stood up. You are lying." "What Liu family? What Ding family? What transactions? What transfers?" Wu Chen calmly raised his phone. Wu Chen said, "I am an intelligence broker. We monitor the activities of China's most powerful families. I have contacts on the dark web and within the hacker community. If you want proof, I suggest you stop denying everything you have done over the past few decades." The leader went silent. Wu Chen said, "I am not here to threaten you. I want to work with you." Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.